Hi everyone! Today I want to show you my design team project for Lavish laces, and I will put the link to Gisella's Etsy shop in the description box below, so you can check it out if you haven't already. And there were some wonderful items in my design team package, and I had a lot of fun creating with them. It was a little bit out of my comfort zone because there were some lilacs and lavenders and purples, but I really like a challenge and I had so much fun creating with them. So I will show you the items that I used first. I used this beautiful shabby rosette trim, and I created some flowers out of it, and I will show you them because they're inside the book card. And I also used this one. It's a beautiful rosette trim as well. And I have to admit, I really like working with these colors. So maybe I have a new addiction, working with lavender and purple. So I also used this beautiful lace, and I really love the fact that it's scalloped and not too wide, so it's wonderful to use on all kinds of projects. So I also use this small flat back pearl trim, and I really love the fact that it's flexible and the size is just perfect for decorating edges as well. So I use this one as well. And then I used some beautiful wild orchid craft flowers. I used these cherry blossoms. They're white with lavender, and I really love the two-tone. So I used a couple of those, and I also used the white ones. Oops, I hope my camera will focus a little bit better. Yeah, there it is. And I also used 4 of these cream colored hip rosebuds. And I also used 2 of these beautiful lavender trellis roses. They look a little bit blue on camera, but they are lavender. So those are my items that I used from Gisella's shop. And I will show you the papers that I used as well. They are by Maya Design, and it's an older collection. It's called Fika, and I used this sheet. And they are double-sided sturdy papers, but I didn't use this side. And this is the other one that I used. I used both sides, and this one as well. So those are my papers that I used, and this is a card that I created. It's a book card, and it's been a while since I created one. I will try to find my blog post on this, on the previous one that I created. And the original idea is not from me. I was inspired by a lady from Norway, and I will put the link to her blog post in the description box below as well. And she created this wonderful book card, and I was so inspired by that, and I should have created a lot more, but for some reason I forgot about it. And it occurred to me when I received my design team package and I went through my papers. So I hand stitched the edges of the paper. I took a double thread, and here's the beautiful shabby rosette trim that I used for the spine. And this is the front side of the book card, and I hand stitched the edges of my papers as well. And I used some flat back pearls from my stash, and these are the beautiful flowers that were in my design team package. The rosebud and the cherry blossom and the trellis rose, and I used the stems of the flowers to curl them and adhere them behind the flowers as fillers. So here's my cluster of flowers, and I went over the flowers with the crystal stickles. And here I have a Martha Stewart butterfly, and here's the same cluster of flowers. And here's another butterfly. And I went over the flowers a little bit with my distress ink, frayed burlap. I distressed the papers with frayed burlap as well. And behind here I have a spellbinder's die, and I adhered some foam dots behind it. And the image is a magnolia stamp. It's Tilda with hearts, and I really love this stamp. I think she's so cute. And I colored her with my Prismacolor pencils. And I used some stickles on the hearts. And I should color up some images more often because it was a lot of fun to do. So, and I used my white gel pen on her cheeks and her eyes. So that's the front of the book card, and it looks like so. And it's held close with this beautiful lace from Gisella's shop as well. And when you open it up, oops, it looks like this. And I have some more of the paper, and I created this tag to go inside the pocket, and I can write my personal message on the back side. And here's the box, and this is the beautiful lace, the scallop lace that I showed you, that I used on the edge. And the small flat back pearl trim goes all the way around the edge. And for now I created some flowers to go inside this box. I will take them out and show you them in a minute, but I think it's a fun way to create or either a shadow box or to fill it with some goodies and give it to someone special. And here are some flowers that I created with the rosette trims, and Gisella has a tutorial on how to create these flowers, so I will put the link to her tutorial in the description box below as well. And I think they're really a lot of fun to create, and they're not two-dimensional, so they can be used on cards as well. So for now these are going inside of the box, but you can create all kinds of stuff to go in there, even a small mini album or a small card or some more flowers or some goodies. So I thought that this would be a nice gift for someone. So yeah, that's my book card. I hope you like it, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.